This is a CMPE285 term project presentation. Our group members are Jingjing, that's me, Cong Li, Yuche Lin, Jinfan Zhang. The motivation for our project is we built a stock portfolio suggestion engine application, and our app is able to provide a stock portfolio suggestion for the users. With our app, the user can pick different investing strategies and track daily and weekly movement of their stocks and the change of their portfolio. Let's see what features our app has. To begin with, the user must investigate at least 5,000 as their starting base. Our app provides 5 investing strategies, from which the user can pick 1 or 2, and each strategy has 3 stocks or ETF. The first strategy is the ethical investing. Here we have Apple, the most valuable company in the world since 2014, and it almost hit 3 trillion market cap last week. Tesla, EV superstar, its market value increased over 25 times for the last 5 years, and its market cap is over 1 trillion, as much as the next 10 most valuable automaker combined, and 3 times as much as Toyota, the second most valuable automaker. Adobe, a leading design software company. The company has basically monopolized the digital media industry with its creative cloud. The second strategy is growth investing. We have Airbnb, Asana, and AMD. Airbnb is a leading brand in the hospitality industry. Asana operates a work management platform for individuals, team leads, and executives. Its price once jumped over 400% on 2021 during the pandemic. AMD is the leading semiconductor design company. The third strategy is in-depth investing. We have VOO, which tracks the SP500, VTI, which tracks the performance of the US total market index, RKK, the ARK Innovation ETF, which is the active managed ETF by Casey Woods. And the next one is the quality investing. We have NVIDIA, the hottest tech stock, which is a system provider for high performance computing and AI services. The share price increased over 100% during the last 5 years. In this strategy, we also have Twilio, the leading software company which develops cloud-based platform, and Cisco. The last one is the value investing. We have Intel, the chip maker, Disney, entertainment company, operates media and theme parks, and Chewy, which is the e-commerce business, supplies pet medications and foods. They are all leading companies in their fields. And other features for our apps, including the real-time change of individual stocks. And we also provide weekly trends for individual stocks, ETFs, and the total portfolio. This is a high-level architecture for our app. We used React.js as the front end. React client sends HTTP requests and retrieves response using Axios, which consumes data on the components. React router is used for navigating to different pages. The service are CURD operations. Flask, Python Flask. We use Python Flask as the micro backend framework. And the router in Flask will take requests that came from React.js, and it will tell which controller to take the request. The router will navigate the request from the React to controller in Flask. Controller will evaluate and execute the request given by the router. Based on the request controller, the controller function will be different. Basically, controllers are callback functions. We get the financial data such as the stock price, historical price from the web-based stock API, which is financial modeling prep. FMP is one of the most popular stock and financial statements API, which can provide the best and the most updated financial information. We have some challenges when we are building this application. First, we find it's difficult to find a proper stock API, which can provide real-time financial data. Lots of stock APIs, such as Yahoo Finance, which can only provide the daily change of the stock. And the second challenge is we need to find a good plan to allocate the stock portfolio based on the strategy, such as for each stock, we should put how much of our base into that stock. The last challenge is we need to design a straightforward and beautiful user interface to show the data characteristics. Now, Jinfan is going to give the demo.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you guys all see it? So basically, we're going to start our backend services by using Flask Starter, and start the front end using npm start, and then we'll jump to localhost 3000 to show the page. It takes a little while, just wait a sec. Okay, so when the front end is started, we can clearly see that there are two main components of the page. On the left side, we have the user input form that allows us to input our investment money and choose at most 2 investment strategies. And on the right hand, we have a weekly report of all the 15 stocks in the past week. Well, however, it seems like the backend API token keys has expired because the API we chose is a paid plan, and we need to change our API key. So just a sec.
I think the daily API request is 250 limit, so we can only use 250 times.
Yeah, sorry, we miscount the time we've used today, so just 1 sec.
I think the stock manager, yes. And another one.
So we can just simply restart. the front end and back end. Well, let's see if this API key works this time. Yeah, it works. So on the right hand, we can clearly see that all the 15 stocks we've chose and the past, the trend of those 15 stocks in the past week are and present, and we can enter any amount of money that above 5,000 to make our invest. Let's say we have 10 grand and let's choose 2 strategies. And once we hit the submit button, it will take a while to ask for the data and render the investment allocation table and the pie chart and the stock trend based on the strategies. So in the allocation table, we have the stock amount that we suggest you to buy and the stock price of each stock and of course its name. And in the investment pie chart, we have the percentage we suggest you to utilize your budget to buy those stock. And if your cursor on the pie, it will also show the money you should to put in to that stock. And on side of it is all the 6 stocks that you've chosen and the trend of the 6 stocks in the past week. And every time you think you may need to change the money amount or the strategy, you can hit the reset button and the page will go back to the original and you can make another choice of it and see different results. Yeah, and I'll go over the front end code. And so basically we have we utilize a React to implement our front end. The React are made by components. So the root component is the app component, and we use React router to route to the different page. So we basically have only one page, which is a main page, which shows a home page component. And if you hit another other invalid URL, you will go to a full page. I can show you quickly about that. Like you can just simply type any other wrong URL and it will show you a arrow page and you can go back as well. So in the homepage component, we have, well, two components, left and right, and which is the input form and the stock widget. So in the stock widget, we just simply put down our 15 stocks and make the data maps to a huge line chart and illustrates the line charts showing on the right hand side, and in the input form components, we set the backend response data to the React component states, and after we like we have a form which allows you to input the money and the strategies. And once you finish filling the form and hit the submit button, it will handle the submit event and make the backend response to our state data, and use those data, pass those data to the child component, which are stock pie chart and the chosen weekly trend to show the to show the 3 little child components, which is a table, the pie chart, and the line chart here. Like we pass the data into allocation table, stock pie chart, and chosen weekly trend. And in this 3 child components, we just simply map those data into a table, to a pie chart, and to a line chart. Line chart. Yeah. And in a line chart, we actually don't know what the data will come, and we have to use we have to generate a key array of the data we have here and match each of them with a random RGB color, and then we can generate whatever 6 or 3 different colors to fill out the line chart. And I think that's basically it.
Okay, so let me share my screen and okay, it's Yuche links, and I'm going to talk about 10 test case and how do we use the Python Flex to write our backend service. So here are our 10 test case. And the first test case is if we don't input any data, for example, here, so there is an error message show that minimum investment amount is $5,000. So yeah, and you cannot click the submit button because we block the submit button. So, and the second test case is the second to the fifth test case is an invalid test case, which means that if you input a negative number or input a number that is less than $5,000, or if you input a number but you didn't select a strategy, let all of them will be some error. For example, if you input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, yeah, I think my team may show the demo and you will change it to the $5,000. And if you input a negative number, we will change it to the $5,000 automatically. Sorry. Yeah. And yeah, $5,000. And we can only choose, if we didn't choose any strategies, you cannot submit the button. You cannot submit to select the strategy. And you can choose 1 strategy or 2 strategies. And the 2 strategy is the most. Okay, and so that is the 2 to the 5th test case. And the 6th test case is you can input false numbers, and yeah, it also works. And you can also input an integer, positive integer, and select 1 strategy. So the app will display the detailed analysis results of the select strategy on the screen. And you also can choose the 2 strategies that also work, but you cannot choose 3 strategies. So yeah, at most 2 strategy. And the test case 10 is, yeah, my teammates just showed, if you go to our website and yeah, enters through the wrong URL, and you will show that it's a wrong URL, so nothing here. So you should go back to our main page. So that's our 10 test case, and we will include our test case sheet to to you. And I'm going to talk about the Python Flex. How do we use our Python Flex to design our service? Basically, there are 2 Python files. The first is the application Python, and the second is Stock Manager. The Stock Manager, the responsibility of the Stock Manager is to first to get the latest price and to allocate the stock. If you give us an amount, how many money you want to invest, for example, $5,000, and the strategies, you can choose strategies from the stock and the gross investment index investing. And we will give you some data. That's our the data after we analyze. So we will give this data back to the front end, and the front end can use this data to show the result. So the first data is allocation, and weekly trend is to show that the weekly trend of the stocks based on our strategy. And the pie chart data is the pie chart you just see, and they can use this pie chart data to draw the chart. And this is also a weekly trend by the stock. So that's our Python Flask design. Yeah, but I think that's it. So my teammate Charlie will talk about more how to improve our service and improve our feature. Charlie?
Yes. Can we ask? Yeah. Can we ask Jinfan to share the page? Yeah. Okay. So after implementing our stock manager application, we find that there still exist several functionalities and features that we could realize in the future. The first feature we want to implement is to providing more companies data in our front-end visualization tools. Currently, we offer 15 different companies information such as Apple, Tesla, AMD, Adobe, and Cisco to our customers by providing weekly report and the investment pie chart. We want to increase the company number up to 200 for the next version of this application and provide more visualization graphs such as bar chart and a scatter plot in our front-end page so that more information could be displayed. Meanwhile, our investment advice might not be that efficient because of using older stock calculation algorithm. In the next stage, we want to use more advanced algorithm to calculate the stock information. And we will embed machine learning algorithm and artificial intelligence technology into our recommending system so that the investment suggestion will be more useful for our customers. At the same time, we will also provide logging functionalities such as logging and log out in the next stage so that user could save their personal information and the stock preference in our servers. After registration, users could investigate stocks directly through our platform with low service charge fee. User can also have the subscription service will also be provided to our customers so that subscriber could have more functionalities such as one-on-one investment consultation service and a real-time stock notification for customer to buy in or sell out their stocks. One challenge we meet is the third-party API we used in this stock management application. The API has a request limitation. One customer can only has 250 requests each day, which is not enough to use. So we will also change the third-party API currently used to fetch the real-time stock information in order to save cost and get more precise information about stock market for our users. Cloud data warehouse will also be used to persist the stock information so that we could analyze the historical data to providing more investment choice and suggestion to our customers. At the same time, we will also implement a customer ticket system so that user could send tickets to provide us their feedback. We will also provide our application to some beta users. They can report issues they encounter in their real environments and devices. Customer validation can fill the gap in the company's software development success indicators. So the system can help us find more bugs and flaws that don't occur under development conditions from customer side. After resolving these bugs, the software quality can reach a higher ended. Yeah, so we have such features needed to implement in the next stage. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Let's
Let's
Thank you.
start recording.